This video is on proportional relationships in tables. This right here. Okay. All right, we're given a couple of questions and then a table over here on the side. And a coffee shop displays their prices on chalkboard menu. The prices are proportional, but some of the information got erased. And I have told the kids that we always look at y divided by x, where this is x and this is y. And when you do that, you get the unit rate of what it is for 1. So if we take 550 and divide it by 2, here we're going to get $2.75. And so 275 times 2 is 550. 275 times 3 is 825. So that's how they would complete that. They would take this, multiply it by this to get this. 275 times 3 to get 825, and 275 times 4 to get $11. So the constant of proportionality, I have the kids circle this, and that tells them what the constant of proportionality is, and it's 275. And how do we get to use the value k to find the missing pieces? We multiplied the y value times the x, or the x value times the y, or the k. So we multiply the x value by the constant, which is 275. How does the total cost change as the cups of coffee increase by 1? It increases by 275. The rate of change describes how one quantity changes in relation to the other quantity. In a proportional relationship, the rate of change is equal to the constant of proportionality. In problems 1 and 2, a representation of a proportional relationship is given. Use the information to create a table to represent the relationship, then find the rate of change. All the kids know that for it to be constant, it has to go through 0, 0. Here's what it is at 1. 1 times 9.5 is 9.5. 9.5 times 2, let me put this here. 9.5 times 2 is 19. And 9.5 times 3 is 28.5. And our rate of change is always what it is at 1, and it's 9.5. As the x value increases by 2, the y value increases by 60. So what that's telling us, at 2, y is 60. So if we did 60 divided by 2, we would get 30, and that's what it is at 1. And that's going to be our rate of change. So 30 times 3 is 90, and 30 times 4 is 120, and our rate of change is 30. Now this table and questions at the bottom. Camping Craze hires a graphic designer to create a new logo and marketing materials. The graphic designer charges Camping Craze $45 per hour. Per is 1. So at 1 hour, they charge $45. So let's just fill in this table here. 45 times 2 is 90. 45 times 3 is 135. 45 times 4 is 180. And 45 times 5 is 225. What is the rate of change? Remember, it's always where 1 is at, so that's 45. What does the rate of change represent in context to the situation? The charge for the graphic designer increases by $45 each hour. Charge for the graphic designer increases by $45 per hour. All right, write an equation to show the relationship between X, the number of hours, and Y, the total charge the graphic designer charges. So our equation is going to be Y. Our constant is what's with 145X. Here we're given a question and a table. And it says Ronnie earns $27.50 for each driveway he shovels. Create a table to show the sum of the amount Ronnie will earn shoveling 4 driveways. So we've got the number of driveways, and his earnings. So in one driveway, he earns $27.50. That's given to us in the equation. So 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, y'all couldn't see that. Here, so $27.50 times 2 is $55. $27.50 times 3 is $82.50. And $27.50 times 4 is $110. So he earns $110 shoveling 4 driveways. Number 5, gasoline is priced $3.39 per gallon. Write an equation to represent the total cost of purchasing X number of gallons. And that says per, so we know that's for 1. So Y equals 339X. In number 6, it says Ms. Dunn asked her students to represent Y equals 5X in a table. Which student correctly completed the task, and explain your reasoning? Well, first of all, we can look right here and tell that that one's not proportional because it has to be 0, 0. So on this one, we just need to see if it's constant straight across. We have the 0, 0. 5 divided by 1 is 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 20 divided by 4 is 5. So Ronald did show a proportional relationship there. And then number 7 says, Michelle reads a book for the school readathon. The table shows the proportional relationship between X and the number of minutes and Y, the total number of pages read. Determine the rate of change and explain its meaning in the context of the situation. So here we've got, remember, here's X and here's Y. So we'll take this first one, 15 divided by 30. Okay, and that simplifies to 1/2. So the rate of change is 1/2. So in the context of that situation, Michelle reads 1/2 page each minute. Write an equation to represent the total number of pages as it relates to the number of minutes read. Here's our rate of change, which is the same as the constant. So that's going to be 1/2x. Some of you kids might write 0.5x. It's the same thing. Number 8, Crystal creates a tower of playing cards. The number of cards at each level is shown below. So when it's level 1, she has 1, 2, 3 cards. Level 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Level 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So it's increasing by 3. So 4 we would have 12, and 5 we would have 15. Write an equation that represents the number of cards Y as it relates to the level of tower X. We circle that 1. Y equals 3x. And then here, Sue traveled by car at a constant rate. After 4 hours, she had traveled 272 miles. Circle any of the following that represents the relationship between the distance traveled and the hours of the driving. So let's do 340 divided by 5. Let's see what we get. We get 68. 408 divided by 6 is 68. 476 divided by 7 is 68. So at 4 hours, it's 272. Let's see what that is. 272 divided by 4 is 68. So we're looking for a rate of 68. So therefore, A is good. 68 miles per hour, that's good. 272 times the time is not going to be proportional. Yeah, that gives you 18,000 and something. All right, need any help, guys? Let me know.